Guten Tag und herzlich willkommen. Welcome to everybody to our sixth grade German class. I probably think that you were not expecting this is how your first day of German class would go, and neither did I. I'm sorry that I'm not there today, um, but I look forward to meeting all of you tomorrow um, when I return back from being sick. Thought that it would be better to stay home, even though it's our first day, rather than get you all sick. But what I wanted to do today, just very quickly, is talk about our class and then have you do a few things so that I can see them tomorrow when I meet you all. So if you want to follow along, I just wanted to outline our class and how our class works. It'll take some getting used to, obviously, the way our class runs, but we will do that all together. But if you want to follow along as I run through quickly, if you go to the Washington Township website, so that's WTPS.org, and then you want to go to our schools. So our school is Bunker Hill. And then you want to go to teacher pages. And if you did not know, my name is Herr McCluskey, or if you go down here, you'll see you want to click on Michael McCluskey, and it'll take you to my teacher page. You should see the Brandenburg Gate, or the Brandenburger Tor, which is one of the main sites in Berlin. But our document that we're going to look at is actually in class documents. So you want to go over and click on class documents, and we're going to click on German syllabus, which is going to tell you about our course. So here's my contact information, but either talking to me in class or emailing me is the best way to contact me. So in this document, you'll see this is how our grade is broken down. So our tests, they're always announced and they're at the end of our unit. So we'll have about 3 or 4 of these in our semester together. And then we will have a final exam at the end of the semester. And then quizzes, usually they are announced, and they usually have to do with something on our that we've been learning. So something like numbers or greetings or the German-speaking countries. I like to announce these, but if people are acting like they are when I'm trying to teach this, that they are ready for this, then we may have a quiz if people are giving me the sign that they're ready for it. Your homework, I'm not huge on homework here, but when I do give it, it is something that it's supposed to help strengthen a skill that we've been practicing in class and giving you time to work on it on your own. And the good thing about my homework is that generally it's given online, so you never have to worry about it being lost because all you have to do is click a submit button. And we do all of our homework, or most of our homework, through the Portfolio Deutsch textbook and workbook, which you'll have an online copy, and that's the book we're going to be using. And that book is accessed through blinklearning.com, and we'll talk more about that later. Your classwork, participation, and presentation. So this grade, obviously for world language, participation is a big part because for world language, we're learning not only how to, we're not just doing grammar, we're trying to learn how to speak and do speaking tasks. So every day we'll have something where we are going to be speaking. Now, even for those of you that may be a little shy, this is a place where we're all learning. So you shouldn't feel self-conscious about that because we're all here to learn. And if you speak and then there are mistakes, that's how I can help you correct them. If I don't hear the mistakes, I can't help you. So just keep that in mind when we're doing participation. That's part of your grade, but I'm just looking for effort, not that everything is exactly perfect. So I use Class Dojo to keep track of your points. Tomorrow you'll get a sign-up sheet for that. And then also in class, you have something called the Reisepass. The Reisepass or the passport. So if you know what a passport is, that's something, a document you take with you to travel. So in our own way, we're going to be traveling uh, to the German-speaking world, to German-speaking countries. So um, every time that you participate in class, um, you get a stamp on your Reisepass, just as you would get a stamp on your passport if you go to another country. Um, and then after you earn 30 points, after you earn 30 stamps on your Reisepass, um, you will be able to choose a prize. So that can range between pens, pencils, bookmarks, um, pins, folders, things like that. Okay? And then those are handed out and collected at the end of each day. So you will get those tomorrow. Preparation. So my class, you really won't need a whole lot because most of our things will be kept, our notes, our work, our classwork will be kept in our OneNote online binder. You actually all should have an email invitation waiting for you in your Office 365 email, so your school email. Um, so all I ask is that you bring a charged laptop. So you are coming to me right after lunch. So I know there's opportunity for you to charge it there. So you should have it charged. A folder though, to keep important handouts that can't be uploaded digitally. Something to write with just in case we're doing something where the computer isn't the best uh, way to do that. And then completed homework or projects. So for homework, obviously, for most of those, that's going to be online. Just make sure that you complete it and that you have it ready to show me. So failure to come prepared to class will affect your grade negatively. Um, Cheating and plagiarism. In a world language class, this looks a little different. Obviously, I think we all know what plagiarism is. That's, taking the work of somebody else and trying to pass it off as their own. But in a world language class, that will also pertain to the use of translating services like Google Translate, translating apps. Now, this is different than a dictionary. A dictionary, a world language dictionary, which I have ones that I recommend, that's when you look up individual words. But if you're putting in entire sentences and hitting a translating button, that is considered plagiarism and you will receive a 0. Um, I am available for extra help. If you are confused or need help with something, just give me advance notice to make sure that I can stay after school to help you with that. Like I said before, Portfolio Deutsch is the book that we'll be using, and Blink Learning is the website that we use to access that. If you want to go, if we have time today, and you want to take a look, there is a YouTube link here of a uh, little tour that I made of the website and some of the features so you can get acquainted with that. So my expectations as far as, and expectations you should have as far as learning a world language. This is a really exciting time for you all. So, but I think it's important that we talk about what it means to learn a world language. So learning a world language is going to take time. And I wish I were able to do this, but I will not be able to make you a fluent, like a native German speaker in this one semester. It's going to take longer. It's going to take time, and it's going to take commitment. So, like I said, I wish I could just snap my fingers and make you all fluent German speakers, but it's going to take effort on your part as well as on my part. So you can't really, world language is definitely a subject where you can't just sit and sort of expect to soak it up like a sponge. You have to really put some effort in there. Just like you won't become a pro NFL player by taking it easy at practices for football. Um, and then learning a foreign language is cumulative, and what that means. Cumulative. So, world language, when we're learning another language, when we're learning German, you can't just learn the material and the vocab from chapter one and then crumple it up and then throw it away. That material is going to be needed to help us learn other aspects and continue to build our language ability. Just like when you're learning math, you can't do the math that you're doing now without knowing addition and subtraction and knowing what those are. Um, the best things that you can do to really help yourselves be successful in my class are to participate. Um, Participate by speaking, but also actually put in an honest effort into our class activities. So I was not the best German learner when I was in school. Um, it didn't come as naturally to me as it might to others. But what really made the difference for me was putting in the effort each and every day in class and being polite. Don't do anything that is going to interfere with my ability to teach, your ability to learn, or others' ability to learn. That's really my only thing. One of my few rules, because I think it really encompasses everything. Don't do anything that's going to really take away from the experience for anybody else, because um, I like to make class enjoyable and interesting so that um, we're learning, but we're also having fun while doing that. And uh, that's going to depend how much fun we can have and how many fun things we can do is going to depend on you all. Um, but I think we are going to have a really great semester together. And then in seventh and eighth grade, I think we'll have a really good time learning German. But I'm going to finish up. Thank you for paying attention. Um, but there are a few things I want you to do before we meet actually in real life tomorrow. Um, so if you could, for me, uh, so for tomorrow, what I want you to do, I want you to send me an email, and that can go to, I'll put it in here, mcluskey@wtps.org. So you want to use your school email to send that to me. So in that email, though, I want you to send me 3 interesting facts about yourself. So don't tell me things like, I go to Bunker Hill Middle School or I'm in 6th grade. These are all things I know. So tell me some interesting things about you. Do you have pets? Do you have a favorite hobby? Is there something I should know about your learning style? Um, so send those 3 interesting facts to me, and I look forward to reading them. Um, and then what I want you to do, I want you to create a German name tag on Cornstalk using the German names list in your HandNote. Now, I said before, the OneNote is going to be what we use in a lot of our class. So when you go to your email to send me this email with your interesting facts, you're also going to notice that you've been invited to our class OneNote. So if you are in your email and you go to your OneNote, you'll notice that if you go into I'm going to use Brendan's here as an example. If you go to the handout section of your OneNote, and you'll find German names. Okay, so you're going to see the names list here. Let's see, this will go out of the way. So you have Mädchen, so these are girl names over on this side, and Jungen, these are boys' names, they're over on this side. So if you could make a German name tag using these names in your OneNotes, and remember that's in the handout section, and put some things on there that are going to tell me about you. My name tag is actually hanging off of my desk, and that should give you sort of an idea what you can put in there. Mine has, because I like theater, I put the drama faces, and because I'm a teacher, I have an apple on there. So maybe draw some things on there that tell me about you. You want to do this on cardstock, and you can find, with the help of the substitute, there's cardstock in the top row of cabinets in my room, in the cabinet all the way to the right-hand side. And there are also crayons and markers in one of the top cabinets as well. So I look forward to meeting you all tomorrow, and look forward to reading your emails and seeing your name tags. And if you have any other questions, also include that in the email. Auf Wiedersehen. Bis morgen. See you tomorrow.